Okay, here we are. We're going to mount the 21-inch on top of this Crew Ranger. This is a 2014 Crew Ranger Polaris. What you have right here is you have a center bolt that bolts your top on, or you can measure from side to side, find your center mark. It's best you come about 5 inches on both sides of your center mark, making sure your width of your two are not greater than 17 inches of your two holes. We've already pre-drilled these right here. They're both good. What I did is I did them use this framing member as my straight line for my light bar. The great thing about a 21-inch light bar is it's on a slide track, so you don't have to do a bunch of figuring and measuring to get the exact width as a lot of your dual rows that have your side mounts. 21-inch, you just drill 2 holes, slide the tracks to it, bolt it down real fast and simple, not a bunch of figuring and measuring and a lot of time. This is a real simple process that pretty much anybody can do on a Polaris Ranger. So we got our 2 holes drilled underneath right here on this framing member, and then we're going to go up top, mount our bar, slide our bolts through, and then tighten it up, and we're done. Okay, here we are. We have our 21-inch light bar. We drilled a hole back here. You can actually wait and drill this hole once the light bar is mounted, so you know exactly where your wire needs to go through. But here's our slide track. This can slide all the way to exactly where the holes are. So basically what you can do is you can kind of get it pretty close, tilt it over, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your bar, put it in those holes, push it down, and what we'll do is we'll go underneath and tighten the bolts, not all the way snug, and then you can basically, once it's mounted, you can actually slide it back and forth to get it dead center on your Polaris Ranger. Like I said, not other light bars, all your dual rows have your side mounts that once you drill it, there's no moving or anything. If you drill the wrong holes, you're going to have to start over. Kind of get yourself in a big mess. So this makes it real simple to where anybody can do it. You can adjust your angle up and down. Once you tighten it, it's going to hold it at that perfect angle. So we're going to go back underneath, put the nuts on, tighten it up, and check our measurements. Okay, we got our 2 bolts that have come through underneath. I'm going to slide a washer on there, and then the nylon lock provided. And get it started. Like that. Then I use a impact nut driver. Get it semi-snug. Go back up top. What you want to do is check your measurement. Make sure you got it centered good on the slide track system. Then come back in. We got it good. You can tighten it on down. Rock solid. Don't have to worry about it. That's pretty simple. Once you get the light bar mounted where you want it, you can drill you a hole for the wire to go underneath. Just double check up under the roof that you're not going to hit one of the metal framing members. Drill your hole, put you some silicone around it. You won't ever have to worry about it. The good thing about this light bar too is the way the slide track system is designed, it already has a rubber grommet. So once you snug it tight, you don't have to worry about any leaks. A lot of your side mounts, they're exposed, so you're going to have to silicone them. But when they're underneath, you don't have to worry about it. Also on this Polaris Ranger, we mounted 2 of our deuces. You can buy these deuces in our deuce package. They work real well if you're trying to look real far right and left. Basically right here you've got a cutout in these rooftops. You can pre-drill your holes in the center of those cutouts, slide those in, and bolt them underneath just like, and then you can basically twist and angle them however you want. I kind of turn mine out to the sides. Okay, we ran our 21-inch right down through here, wired it in, ran our wires behind this foam all the way through here. We came through right here, real simple. Ran it right down this upright, zip tying it as we went down. Right here at the bottom of this pillar, you can run it right up under your front cowling up to your front hood, and we'll show you what we did once we got the wire right there. Okay, once we ran it right down up under your front hood. We remove the hood off, obviously. Right here is a wiring harness. This wiring loom plugs into the back of your existing headlights. On your existing headlights, you have a high beam and a low beam. Really no sense to have factory lights once you install one of our light bars. So what we did is we eliminated our high beams. We kept the low beams on here. Once you open this wire loom, you're going to have a yellow, brown, and green wire. The brown is your ground. So what you're going to do is you're going to wire your ground from the light bar, which is your black. You're going to wire it into your brown. Then you're going to cut your yellow wire, because your yellow wire is your high beam on your Ranger. We don't need high beams anymore. What we did is we spliced the high beam straight into the positive from our light bar. Then we ran all the way over here to our other light and did the brown to our ground too, and did the yellow once again, the two yellows run in sequence to each other, giving the positive to our light bar. Okay, once you open this wire loom, you're going to have, like I said, the yellow wire, the brown wire, and the green wire. The green wire is going to go to your factory low beams on your Polaris. We're cutting the yellow and eliminating our high beams on our Polaris. We connect the ground from our light bar to the brown wire. The brown's your ground on both sides. So you're going to connect the brown here, run it all the way, and connect it to your other light. Once you have your front lights wired to the yellow and brown wires in the front behind the headlights, you can use your factory installed switch to operate your LEDs now. Once you cut it on the first low beam setting, your low beams in your factory headlights will come on. Now when you hit the high beams, now your LEDs are on up top. That is your yellow wire. When you go to that high beam, that activates that yellow wire. Your factory high beams will not come on. They'll only come on when you go back to a low beam. That way you have off factory low beams LEDs when you press it all the way up. Okay, right here for our backup lights, our Q package is the best thing on these Rangers. Where this top comes down in the rear, it has 4 bolts along the back that bolt into the framing member to hold this top down. What you do is you remove the 2 outside bolts, one on this side and one on the far side, and you can take our cube like this, put your bolts in it through the back side. The good thing about the cube is you can adjust the angle up and down real easy if you want it to shine more in the bed or straight back. Real easy to do that. But you take that bolt out, drill it through, put this bolt in, mount your cube here, go on the inside, tighten it down. You can run your wire right here through the glass. It was real simple on this one, or if you don't have a rear glass, even makes it easier. These are the XTE bulbs. These are Cree made in the USA diodes. This is a flood pattern we used on this one. This isn't like your other ones you see that have your little small bulbs. These jokers are super bright. We even make a lens cap you can clip on and off of them if you want red or green while hunting. Once you shove the bolt through, put your nut on the back side. Real simple, easy access right here. Make sure you got it level. You can go ahead and snug it down a little bit. Double check, make sure it's level in the back. Once you get it how you want it, really tighten it down. Okay, you run your wire right up underneath. This cross member right here has a little channel in it I found. You can run the wire right down through here. So go from the passenger side all the way over to the driver's side. You can run it right down this channel, connect up to your other one on the other side. Right here on this Polaris, we ran down behind that seat, came right here. In this pigtail, it has 2 wires coming out, and what you can do, one of the wires is looks like a black and red, and the other one is white and black. You can wire this straight into that, and every time you put your Polaris in reverse, it'll actually turn those lights on for you. That way you don't have to have a switch or run anything up to the front. If If you'd rather have the switch, what you do is just run this wire all the way up under your Polaris to the front, and we'll show you how.